So that is our go-to breakfast at the moment, which is 2 eggs, 2 bacon medallions, a bagel, and some vegetables. These vegetables are still staying in because post-show, what you will learn if you ever do a bodybuilding prep is you just don't get full. So veg is just one way to make me feel more satiated than I kind of already would. But like 40 grams of carbs in that meal, decent start to the day. Also, I feel like eggs and bacon are just like such a breakfast food. Like, it feels like it'd be criminal to have it in the evening, you know what I mean? Like, as much as I love chicken as well, I just couldn't bring myself to have chicken in the morning. It feels a little bit rogue, but like, for the moment, we're gonna stick with that. Great go-to bulking meal if you want. You can put more eggs, more bacon medallions. You could even add 2 bagels, even 3, maybe 4, but use that meal as a little bit of inspiration. But hello YouTube, how are we doing? Hope we're having ourselves a gorgeous day. Today I'm just gonna take you through basically a little bit of a day in my life into the off season. Well, not really the off season yet. We are kind of pushing into, we're still riding out this recovery phase where weight is kind of holding at the same weight, seeing how high we can kind of push food up a little bit, get back into training after a 2-week deload, which was much needed. But we've got legs later as well, so that's going to be an interesting one for myself because I haven't trained legs in about 2 weeks. I'm quite terrified. I'm very sore on the upper body. As you know, when you don't train for a while, you tend to get DOMs pretty bad. So imagine that times by 10 after a bodybuilding prep. But no, we've got legs later. I've been really enjoying training this week though. Really enjoying training this week. Actually getting back into training as a enjoyment instead of actually just being like a chore and like expenditure. But yeah, we're gonna go get this down and then we're gonna go run some client check-ins. Now I don't know if I actually tell people on here enough, or maybe I do. If I do, tell me to shut up. If you are interested in online coaching, go over to my Instagram, Drew Wolfenden, or the link will be down below, and apply if you want. If you just need a bit of structure, if you want to be a bodybuilder, if you don't want to be a bodybuilder, anything, lifestyle, bodybuilding, a bit of guidance, do it all, mate, do it all. First of all, people, this is such a goat seasoning. It's the All-American Burger Seasoning from Schwartz. I believe you can get it in Aldi. Go get it now. Pre-workout meal is about to go in, which is just a bloody lot of oats and some chicken breast. I've been trying to pull back a little bit on the whey protein, I have to say, post-prep, because although it tastes like a pudding and it's amazing, I was realizing I was just having dessert for like 4 meals a day and getting all my protein from whey protein. Don't get me wrong, whey protein is a very adequate source, but just to kind of recomposition my sweet and savory compass, so have some savory foods in the day as well. So I've just gonna be going cold turkey on whey protein, but I am gonna get a carrot cake tub just and say kind of limit myself to 1 meal a day of whey protein. Again, on prep I was consuming like 120 grams of it a day at some times. Nothing wrong with it. Very adequate, very convenient on prep especially, but I just enjoy cooking a little bit as well. So pre-meal about to go in, about 100 gram of carb in this, and then we've got leg day, which is gonna be fun. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty terrified. Haven't trained legs in 2 weeks. I'm going to be one very, very sore man. Also, because I've got very small glutes from a bodybuilding perspective, I've got hip thrusts in today, which will be very interesting. Or some form of glute drive variation if you want to be optimal. Can we just appreciate this bagel? If it focuses. Big monster. Again, that's the only problem with trying to like reduce my whey meals a little bit, is I have to always have something savory with something sweet. So for example, pre-workout when I have oats with cereal on, I have to then cook a chicken breast because there's not too many protein sources which are like sweet. Only ones I can really think of are like zero fat cottage cheese and zero fat Greek yogurt, obviously, as well as like, no, there isn't actually too much more, unless you know any. If you know any, drop some down below. I'm gonna get this down me, and then we are in for legs, which I'm excited for, but scared for, which always means it's gonna be a good session, because it's gonna swing one way or the other, and I'm not feeling like a wuss today. However, I do have to be sensible, because otherwise I will literally break, because I am a walking injury waiting to happen. Now, time for me to become a gym girly influencer. So I actually forgot to film this, but we are halfway through the cream of rice bowl with some cereal in and some berries. I've just tried a new cereal, which is these bad boys. I was actually very surprised by them. Always look down on like Frosties sort of vibes, but no, they're actually pretty elite, so go give them a try, I'll give them a solid 8 out of 10. Now quickly, going into teacher mode, Drew. If you don't know why people have cereal post-workout, obviously we train, we use carbohydrates, which means our glycogen stores deplete. So therefore, when we finish our workout, we want to fill these up as fast as possible. So we want a faster acting carbohydrate, one which is going to spike back blood glucose a lot faster. Now, foods which are more sugary, stuff like cereal, is going to do this very well. As we know, you actually have the ability to take up a lot more carbohydrates in the bloodstream straight after a workout compared to any other time of the day, which is usually why you will see bodybuilders having a big old bowl of cereal or something like that after a workout with not that many fats, because you want to replenish it as fast as possible. That is my science lesson for the day. I swear I'm not just a bro lifter, I actually do know my stuff. But no, bought myself a little Pyrex bowl as well, which I always feel like you've got to have a go-to mixing bowl to eat your food out of. Otherwise it wouldn't be very bodybuilder of me, would it? But actually no. The bowl you eat food out, if you eat food out of a massive bowl, of course it's gonna feel like little food. But if you eat food out of like a mid-sized bowl and you're able to actually be able to like fill it up somewhat decent, you're gonna feel like it's a pretty substantial meal. It's all psychological, people. Oh. We're constantly pumped in the UK at the moment. If you don't know, it's like a sauna. Bash! Now, if you did click on this video, it was probably for this reason. I'm going to explain the harsh reality of life after an 8.5-month bodybuilding prep. Now, this is something I was very hesitant to kind of even touch base on, more from a insecurity standpoint. It's not nice to talk about, and it's not nice to kind of happen to me, to be honest. So let me just recap for you. Post-show, as everybody is in a bodybuilding prep or after the show, I was absolutely ravenous. You literally could engulf like 30,000 calories and eat everything in sight. Because I didn't. I held my own, I kept my head screwed on. This isn't slating anyone who's done that. It's a really hard period to kind of nail after a prep, but for myself, I managed to control it quite well. Doing things like filling up mixing bowls full of jelly. So when I just want to eat something, instead of it being dark chocolate, I'll just go ravenous at a bowl of jelly, which is like 16 calories, but like working smarter. And again, this is where the difficulty kind of really lies, because even though I kind of nailed that post-show period and we kind of stuck to a protocol of rebounding where straight up to 200 gram of carb, not only the days after was I just very swollen and very like pumped all the time because I was so carbohydrate sensitive, but this has led me to put on a lot of water weight. Precisely about 4 kilos in, I think it was about 3 days, which obviously when you've been shredded for the last 8 months isn't really nice to see. It's almost like all your hard work's gone. But the frustrating thing is it's all just gone to my midsection, so like I barely can even see my abs. But my triceps are still striated. My quads are still feathered. You can still see the striations in my quads, which is quite odd. Now, luckily, I'm a person who's fairly got their head screwed on in this in terms of, yes, it's not nice at all. I'm human. It's not really nice to look at for myself. You guys may not see it as much. I'm a lot fuller, but there's just not as much definition, and I'm holding a lot of water. Me speaking to me directly, in order for my body to recover from the fatigue and the trauma I've kind of put it through, this is what it's doing. And I just need to kind of let that happen. We're not pushing up in weight too fast. We're sitting currently around 76 kilos, which isn't too bad. 4 kilos roughly above stage weight, but we're just slowly bringing myself back into training. So I'm still training in 2 reps in reserve. Not calories really haven't really moved. We are now up to 350 carb on training days, which is like 2,400 calories. And we are on 275 carb on non-training days, which is like 2.1k calories. So not a horrendous amount. But as you can imagine, your body's going to react very sensitively when you've been on 700 calories a day. It's almost like it stores everything because it thinks you're going to go back into starvation mode. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of come in here and talk about that and go, if you see someone after a bodybuilding show and they look a bit more watery, don't look as defined, don't judge them. Because first of all, they've still done the job. It doesn't discredit anything they've done. And also, you don't know what they've done after their show. They could have gone and binged. They could have not gone and binged like me. Everyone's individual and you need to put on that water weight. It's not healthy to be Sahara dry and dehydrated all the time. That's the reality of it. And even to be that lean all the time. And that is just simply the reality of life after a bodybuilding prep. And that was kind of the main point of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the leg workout. Appreciate what I said at the end, please take it into account. Comment down below what sort of videos you want to see next. Full day of a life, full day of eating, my training split breakdown. Let me know down below. If you want any Perform protein powders or any cream of rices, pre-workouts, head over to Full Bore Sports and use code DREW for a discount. There's some good products over there. Subscribe, like, as always. If you made it this far, comment down below, carrot cake, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!